Most people are not losing in life because they lack ability. They are losing because they lack sustained focus. Every day, your attention is under attack. Not occasionally, constantly. From the moment you wake up, something is trying to take your time, your energy, and your mental space. Notifications, messages, videos, opinions, noise. And the dangerous part is this: none of it feels harmful in the moment. It feels normal. It feels harmless. But slowly, it erodes your ability to concentrate, to think deeply, and to act with intention. And before you realize it, your life is no longer being directed by you. It is being controlled by whatever captures your attention first. You wake up with plans, but you don't follow through. You tell yourself today will be different, but it ends the same way. You start something important, then suddenly you are checking your phone. You open one app, then another. Minutes turn into hours, and at the end of the day, you feel it. That quiet frustration, that awareness that you could have done more, that sense that your life is slipping through your hands, not because you are incapable, but because you are distracted. This is where most people misunderstand the problem. They think they need more motivation, more energy, more inspiration, but motivation is not the solution. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. What you need is control. Control over your attention, control over your environment, control over your habits. Because once you control those, everything else becomes easier. Focus is not something you wait for. It is something you train. Your brain adapts to what you repeatedly do. If you constantly switch tasks, your brain becomes wired for distraction. If you constantly seek quick entertainment, your brain loses the ability to tolerate deep work. You become restless. You struggle to stay on one task. You feel bored quickly, and you mistake that boredom for a sign that you should stop. But it is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that your mind is weak in that area. Every time you sit down and try to focus, you will feel resistance. That is normal. That resistance is not your enemy. It is your training ground. Most people run from it. They escape into distraction the moment it appears. But the ones who grow lean into it. They stay. They endure the discomfort. And over time, that discomfort fades and focus becomes natural. You cannot lock in while holding on to everything that distracts you. That is the truth most people avoid. They want to improve their lives, but they don't want to let go of the habits that are holding them back. They want discipline, but they also want comfort. They want focus, but they also want constant entertainment. It does not work like that. Growth requires removal. It requires sacrifice. It requires you to choose what matters and let go of what does not. Your environment is more powerful than your intentions. You can have the strongest desire to focus, but if your environment is full of distractions, you will struggle. If your phone is always within reach, you will check it. If your space is noisy, your mind will be scattered. If your routine is unstructured, your attention will drift. You do not rise to your intentions, you fall to your environment. That is why controlling your environment is not optional. It is necessary. Start by identifying your biggest distractions. Be honest. Not what you think sounds right. What actually takes your time? Is it social media? Is it constant messaging? Is it entertainment? Is it other people's opinions? Once you identify it, you have to take action. Not later, not gradually, immediately. Because every day you delay is another day lost. Reduce your exposure to what weakens your focus. Limit your access to distractions. Create friction between you and what wastes your time. Move your phone away when you work. Turn off notifications. Set boundaries. This is not extreme. This is discipline. And discipline is what separates those who move forward from those who stay stuck. Structure your day with intention. Do not wake up and figure things out as you go. Decide in advance what matters. Define your priorities. Allocate your time. When your day has structure, your mind has direction. And when your mind has direction, it becomes harder to drift into distraction. Train yourself to work in focused blocks. Choose one task. Commit to it fully. No switching, no interruptions, no distractions, just pure attention. Start with manageable periods if needed, but stay consistent. This is how you rebuild your ability to focus deeply. This is how you regain control over your mind. You will feel urges to stop, to check something, to escape. That is normal. Do not react immediately. Pause. Observe the urge. Let it pass. Every time you do this, you strengthen your discipline. Every time you give in, you weaken it. This is a daily battle, and the outcome depends on what you repeatedly choose. Stop relying on how you feel. Your feelings are unstable. Some days you will feel motivated, most days you will not. If you only act when you feel like it, you will remain inconsistent. Discipline means acting regardless of your mood. It means showing up even when it is uncomfortable, especially when it is uncomfortable. Control what you consume. Your mind is shaped by what you feed it. If you constantly consume distractions, your thoughts will be scattered. If you consume clarity, your thoughts will become focused. Be intentional about what you watch, what you listen to, and what you engage with, because it all adds up. Consistency is what creates results, not intensity, not occasional effort, daily action, even when it feels small, even when it feels slow, because progress is not always visible in the moment, but it is happening, and over time, it compounds. Be patient with the process. You are rewiring your mind. That takes time. There will be days where you struggle, days where you fall back into old habits. That is part of it. What matters is that you return, you continue, you do not quit. Change your identity. Stop seeing yourself as someone who struggles with focus. Start seeing yourself as someone who is disciplined, someone who follows through, someone who stays locked in, because your identity shapes your behavior, and your behavior shapes your results. Remove excuses. You do not need perfect conditions. You need commitment. There will always be distractions. There will always be challenges. But the difference is whether you allow them to control you. At some point, you have to decide what you want, not in words, in actions. Do you want a distracted life or a focused one? Because you cannot have both. You cannot build something meaningful while constantly being pulled away. Locking in is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters without interruption. It is about removing what does not serve you. It is about committing fully to your path. Imagine what your life would look like if you stayed focused for the next 30 days. No wasted time, no unnecessary distractions, just consistent effort. Clear direction, daily progress. That version of your life is not far away. It is just on the other side of discipline. Most people will not do this. They will continue living the same way, distracted, inconsistent, reactive, but a few will choose differently. They will take control. They will remove distractions. They will build focus. And over time, they will separate themselves completely. The difference is not talent. It is not luck. It is focus. The ability to stay committed when others drift. The ability to keep going when it is uncomfortable. The ability to control your attention in a world designed to steal it. Your future is built on what you focus on today, not what you plan, not what you think about, what you actually do, repeatedly. So ask yourself this: what is distracting you right now? What are you holding on to that you need to let go of? What are you avoiding that you know you should be doing? Because the truth is simple. You already know what needs to change. The only question is whether you are ready to act on it. Lock in, stay focused, remove distractions, and build the life you know you are capable of.